In today's video, we're going to be breaking down and exposing agencies and growth partners, how they operate for specifically the auto restyling niche, anywhere from detailing, PPF, ceramic coating, wrapping, and tinting. Because I myself have helped over 60 detailers, anywhere from mobile to shop, scale and grow their business through paid ads. So we're going to be ranking and going through different ads that they're actually running. So first, let's go straight into it, is going to be AI. A lot of people, when they emphasize this AI, it's really just a bunch of stock footage that they either found on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok Reels to be able to put them and compile them together over a proven script based on your pricing, whether that's $199 is a really popular one, $249, $299, whichever. What I found that works the absolute best that I've ran for other detailers is going to be the $199 specials. Because the $199 specials is that you could run them, break them down, and then actually upsell the people who come through these funnels. So there's two types. There's one with no price on the ad, and price on ad. Obviously the AI ones are actually gonna get you a bunch of cheaper, lower quality leads. The ones with no price are gonna get you the lowest amount of cost per result, which means every single message, every single lead form is very, very low quality because they're gonna be trying to lowball you on your services. And I've seen a lot of agencies, growth partners out there flex, I got my client a 50-cent CPR, a $1 CPR. When in all reality, it's the same exact cost as if you were to do an in-person ad. Now I'm gonna be kind of breaking that down to you guys. So there's AI, and there's in-person. The biggest differentiator in these two is quality. The leads that you get from AI is going to be lower quality as opposed to the in-person ones, which is going to be higher quality, just because your audience actually feels for you and they know that you're a real person rather than stock footage video. They don't even see your face. They just see the work that somebody else is doing. And I'll be 100% honest, I run both of these ads because every single ad that you run out there bases business to business. It's not a one set, okay, this person fits into the AI category. It's completely different depending on the type of season you're in, the type of volume that you want. If you want more volume, go AI. If you want better quality, go in person. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is something that I like to call CAC, cost per acquisition. How many people do you have to talk to be able to actually lock in and book a job rather than just talking to 100 people and booking 5? So once you actually get to the point where you're booking 8 out of 10 rather than 10 out of 100, that's when it really, really matters. The pros and the cons, we're gonna go into the pros of it, which is gonna be more volume, cheaper leads. Usually you see $1, maybe $2, $3 CPRs for these ones. The cons is that these are going to be lower quality leads. So what this means is you're going to talk to more people to be able to book less because people aren't going to respond. They're price shopping, the whole 9 yards. Another pro is you get a lot of eyeballs. A lot of people will be able to see this because it's more of satisfying content, but at the end of the day, it doesn't grow your brand. It doesn't show who you are, who your company stands for, any of that. So this is really the main pros and cons of it. I run these for a lot of guys if they don't want to film, they don't have a good phone to film. This is what I did a lot in the beginning, and it's okay. It gets the job done 100%. You can definitely add an extra 8 to 10 details. I would say even 15, 8 to 15 details every single week, but they're going to be lower quality, lower ticket, and you're going to have to talk to a lot of people to be able to book a good amount. As you guys can see, there's a bit of a pattern. They kind of yin and yang, they're kind of polar opposites. They both get the job done, but in-person ads, the pros are you grow your branding and you get better quality leads. Cons are you have a higher CPR and you have to film and edit these things. Filming is really just the hardest part when I actually service a lot of the guys I work with because number one, they don't have a nice camera, and number two, they don't have a nice microphone. So the wind could be blowing, they don't know what to say, they don't know how to say things in a certain way of tonality. So this is definitely for people that are more established. They have a bunch more materials, a bunch more clients serviced, but at the end of the day, In-person ads was the best transition that I've ever made. I run a split between them. The way the ads work is you have to test specifically what works for location, because every single city, every single state, every single little area, literally in a 50-mile radius, is completely different from the next person. They could be neck to neck, but what works for one guy versus the other guy is completely different. So what we do is, for short purposes, we're gonna draw 4 boxes and picture ads as boxes, right? Each and every single one of these boxes are gonna give you a variable return. This is what we call our testing phase. Out of these 4 boxes, one's gonna perform good, one's gonna perform bad, and then the other one is gonna perform mid, and then the other one's gonna perform better. You're gonna cut out the fluff. Okay, these 2 did okay. You cut out the 2, you let these run, you see which one performs the best. If they're both performing pretty good with the new update, Meta likes volume. You're going to go ahead and keep running these 2 until you see your frequency go up. Your frequency essentially means that the people have seen it X amount of times. Usually you want to stay below 2. Sweet spot I've seen is 1.2, 1.3 for anybody who's, technical about things, but you want to make sure that these people don't see it more than twice. If they see it more than twice, that means it's outplayed and they're not very interested in what you have to offer. Sales process is in direct correlation with your ads, because people can come through your funnel, the most qualified leads, but if you do not know how to talk to these people, you're never gonna book them in. So my exact sales process on what I tell my clients to do, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek of it. I can't leak too much out there, but essentially, they fill out a form with certain questions. This already qualifies them versus another type of ad that you guys have seen, which is the messaging conversion funnel. Basically the messaging, you guys have probably seen somebody out there, AI booking system. It's an automation on high level. It's super simple to set up. And it also, I've seen their booking rates, it's 10%. Versus the lead forms, they're more qualified. Whether you go ahead and go with AI or the in-person ones, always go with lead forms. Lead forms, text, call, then you go ahead and book them in from that call. It's a higher ticket service, collect a 10% deposit, or a lot of the shops that I work with schedule an in-person consultation where they come into the shop. I have this one specifically that I'm working with where they have a Lamborghini in there, get a bottle of water, and they pour it onto the Lamborghini, show and demonstrate the ceramic coating on how it works, and then they go ahead, hey, if they can service this Lamborghini, they can definitely service my 2024 Toyota Camry. So that's my thought process behind it. Lead forms, they fill out necessary information, messages, super easy. You have to think about the psychology whenever it comes to somebody booking with you. Can I just shoot a hi, is this available message, kind of like if you were on Marketplace, or is it more friction to fill out certain things on the form? Vehicle, make and model, name, phone number, X, Y, and Z. So now that you kind of know how most ads are structured, whether that's stock footage with an AI voiceover, a stock footage or a stock footage with a voiceover on it from an actual human, which I know you guys have probably seen in the past, versus the in-person ads where they're demonstrating, okay, this is how we do X, Y, and Z, and then you show the process with the actual person who runs a business or an employee of some sort, whether that's tinting, PPF, ceramic coating. You show the entire process and you show your face on the camera, because that builds trust and credibility and makes someone want to actually buy from you. So if you get them to trust you, you can get them to buy from you. And the more transparent you are, the better, because with the in-person ads, it goes ahead and helps you build that branding, helps you build that establishment, that foundation, versus the AI videos, which is a bit of the lower quality side, gets the job done, it gets you the volume you want. But for higher ticket services, I would 100% recommend only in-person videos. The next thing that you guys are probably wondering is why even go with a growth partner, an agency, if it's really this simple. It looks simple, but at the same time, you always have to manage copious amounts of ads. Usually, every single client that we work with, we have at least 8 to 10 running at all times. And out of these 8 to 10, Some of them could be hits, some of them could be misses. We're always cutting out the misses and trying to configure a better way to put up a better ad so we can get higher conversions. Because we don't want to be running strictly just ceramic coatings. We want to run ceramic coatings, PPS, and regular details so we get as much volume into their shop, into their business as possible, rather than just relying on one source. Another thing is it's a very time-consuming task to be able to edit, script, manage, because you can throw in a ChatGPT script in there, guarantee you my scripts 9 times out of 10 is going to blow yours out of the water just because they've been tested. I have 40 ad accounts that I know, okay, this works in this area in the East Coast versus the West Coast. Okay, now we can actually go ahead and test it out with this person. It's a bunch. The only thing that's separating you from me is really just the knowledge gap. And that's what I get paid to do, is to be able to automate these systems, because at the end of the day, I'm not just your regular agency growth partner. I'm here to actually help scale your business in all aspects. Sales process. I hop on the phones with a lot of my clients as prospects to help them lock up the deals, record myself, send it to them. Okay, this is what's worked. We even split test those. Because the world is always evolving, buyers are always evolving. If you don't evolve with them, you're gonna die. And just that's the rule of business. So that's really the main reason why a lot of people hire me on to their team, is because of that gap that I could fill of, okay, you have too much work, let's hire. You have not that much work, let's run these ads. You want higher ticket jobs, let's run these ads. Let's test them out. I'll give you scripts. I'll edit them for you. I'll post them, I'll manage them. I have somebody watching my ads 24/7. That's essentially the way that we operate. We don't bullshit. We don't fuck around. Strictly just hard work and making sure that everybody is fed at the end of the day. If somebody's lacking on sales, I hop on the phones and I literally dial their clients. That's just the way that I operate, because at the end of the day, if you're not making any money, why should I?